Hey everyone, the next short in our block, Star-Crossed. Star-Crossed, please make your way down.
All right.
Okay, we've got 3 filmmakers here, great. Please take some seats. 5 filmmakers, okay, well let's all stand then.
Let's all stand.
Yeah, okay, can you go down and introduce yourselves?
Of course. I'm Bud Myrick. I'm the writer and director of Star-Crossed.
I'm Erica Ibsen, and I am Celeste.
I'm Mana Abshar, and I did the makeup.
Philip Michael, I played Ian. And Jim Goldthwait, I was the first assistant director.
Okay, first question for the director. How did this project begin? What was the conception? Where did it start?
I'm a visual effects supervisor, and I've directed a few things, but everything's been very VFX heavy or CG heavy, and I wanted to do something with no VFX. Unfortunately, I didn't quite reach that goal. There's a little bit of VFX.
That's nearly impossible.
That's right. So I wanted to show that I could work with actors and characters, and something that's character driven and story, and not just VFX. And I was working on a different script that just didn't quite have the that I was looking for, and then I was binge watching Black Mirror, and then a few days later, the opening scene, that oneer of Celeste in the bathroom reaching out to Daddy for help, and we have the big reveal of the bedroom. That scene came to me kind of whole cloth, and I thought, ooh, that's interesting. How did we get here? And then within about an hour or so, I had a pretty good first draft of that, and developed it from there, and then reached out to all these wonderful people and said, hey, it was during the strikes, and pulled in every favor I could ask, and got an amazing group of people together to actually make this thing come to life.
And you did. It's really wonderful. I'm going to have you pass down the mic, and I'll ask everybody individually. No. One at a time. Okay, I wanted to ask you, as the lead, really the latter half of this, you're kind of acting by yourself in that room, you know? Yes, I mean, having somebody read off screen, presumably, but can you tell us about, as an actor, what kind of a challenge that is?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge, but I feel like if you're around long enough, it happens enough that we're kind of used to that sometimes, you know. I'm not a star yet, so sometimes a star doesn't stick around, you know, so you're acting with the first assistant director, but I think you're so immersed in the world that in this case it was a phone, so in the reality of this moment I am talking on the phone, so it's logical that the person that I'm speaking to isn't present in the room, so it still feels very, you know, authentic and real, as opposed to kind of like a tennis ball or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and go ahead, pass your mic down. Oh, no, sorry, go ahead, please add something.
Of course, she did an amazing job, because the character had to go through quite a few phases, and Erica just a great job embodying each stage of that character's, you know, situation. So, yeah. Just amazing to work with.
Thank you so much. Can I just say one more thing too on that? Speaking of the director who just spoke too, I felt like this was really important, that it does sort of like genre jump a little bit, where it starts out as a different movie, and then by the end, and Celeste in particular sort of regresses in maturity as we go through it. So it was just a fun kind of sequence. We shot it in order basically. So it was fun. Yeah, we got to go through that.
Okay, and a question for you. I have, she's covered in blood at the end of this thing. That's not as easy as people think. You don't just throw a bucket of blood at an actor and say you look good. How is an actor dressed in blood? What is the approach?
Well, it depends on the scene, but typically we do splatters. So we'll either use a squib. In this case, I used to paint a brush. So, but the important thing is continuity. So it's very kind of key, and only makeup artists sit there and look at a movie and they're like, that blood didn't match the one in the last scene, and I do that, so I'm like, if a makeup artist is watching this movie, then I'm screwed. So I have to make sure the blood matches, and we take a ton of pictures. So in my phone, there's lots of people covered with blood. It's really creepy. So if I die, I'm like, please delete my photos. But no, it was a lot of like, okay, well, you splatter it, and then if it's not matching correctly, you have to kind of play with it and make sure it matches the last scene. So that's pretty much what we had to do, but as opposed to the walls, I think you had like a Nerf gun or something.
I did have like a super
Yeah,
soaker.
a super soaker, and we just sprayed the walls. So we didn't spray her,
Okay.
No.
but we sprayed the walls, and I kind of flinged blood. But it's called like flicking, so we'll just like flick the blood.
But the other thing is Celeste's sort of stripes.
Her, yes, the stripes that get darker. I don't know if people noticed,
It's a
but
little dark. But
it got darker and darker. So in the beginning scene where she had stripes, where he's like, I didn't notice your tattoos, it gets darker. And that's where the reveal comes that like, she's not human. She got something going on here. And those definitely, so we had to do a light pink and get that shot, then cut, then make them darker, then cut, then make them darker. So it was fun though.
It comes out looking great. Go ahead, pass your mic down. All right, question for you. I'm assuming that's not your accent. Is it your natural accent? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right.
So want me to speak like that then?
I don't know. I was assuming LA, local actor. But do you ever play American?
Yeah, multiple times. Just depends on the project.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. And can I ask you what was it like working across from our young actress here?
Oh.
What was your how did you guys do any work to create a chemistry that was that we then saw on screen?
Happened on day one during the audition. That was a chemistry read, and we just were able to play. She's phenomenal. So it just made it so much easier. My character was a bit nervous, so I brought that in and just really used that because she has a great presence even when you walk in the room. So you can use that, put her almost like an A-list, which in my opinion she is. And so because of that, you can not be like an actor wanting to show how good you are, but really be someone who comes to just feed off the other person. So I always play it like if you're in a room you feel you're not supposed to be in. And then how would you respond? And how would you get that confidence? So even in the scenes when you're playing with this first date, your shoulders are up and everything is because it's very nerve-wracking. So finding that chemistry was there because she was just on point. And you're like,
Gotta keep up.
Exactly. So for me, it was easy just playing off her.
Wow, great.
And we had originally cast a different Ian who then got a paid role. So I was like, all right, you go take the paid role. And so we did chemistry reads with 4 actors, and the chemistry between these two was just like spot on. There was just a spark there, and I kept coming back to Philip, and I'm like, no, he's got to be our Ian.
Slash happy accidents like that. All right, final question here. What kind of set do you, were you first AD or AC? AD, okay, what kind of set do you run? What is your philosophy for, the kind of, the ethos on set?
Well, these are a unique situation because our crew was either people that were friends of Bud and very experienced, and then half the crew was film school students. So it was a little bit, my general philosophy is we work hard, we play hard, I'm kind of a jokester, but they have to know what the heck
they're doing, and then we'll have fun. So, you know, the old saying, prep is what makes it all happen, which is a little challenging when we don't really have a production office and we don't have, you know, so I just threw the schedule. That was easy because it was when things were available to us, so, you know, that part. But it's usually just, it was, oh, okay, yeah, bring me the blah, 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 and they look at you like a deer in the headlights and say, oh, okay, this is what we call a C-stand. You know, things like that. So it was.
That's a lot of patience.
Well, that's what I'm known for, my patience.
The only first aid with patience.
Yeah, I'm the only.
Jim does run a tight ship, but he's also the kind of first AD that can chew your ass out, but you feel happy about it. You know,
Okay, very rare.
yeah. No, he's
Got my
great.
card.
And you know, he runs a great set and just protected me so I could focus on my job. But like when we had all the background in the bar, Jim just had that dialed in. I didn't even have to think about it. Yeah.
That's a luxury.
It was
That's the only creative part we have, you
Mhm.
know, so
Right.
you get a little bit of fun.
Any questions from the audience here for our filmmakers?
It's not gonna be for me.
I do have a little bit of trivia, just a little fun tidbit. So Erica and Radu, who's here, and I'm not sure if Joel made it, but we worked on a film called C-23B for my producer, Michael Greenspan, who directed C-23B. I was the VFX soup. But Erica played a flight attendant who served drinks to Jeremy, who plays the bartender in our movie, who's serving drinks to her. So we had a little film family from C-23B, and Kim and Jeremy were the lead. So Kim is the lady who's walking the dog, who sees Celeste in the window. They were the leads of C-23B, and Erica was the flight attendant. So I made sure to utilize those guys from that film, and it was just a fun little inside for us to have the same sort of film family all together.
Great Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
What was the biggest difference going from supervising to directing?
You know, as a VFX supervisor, I have to sort of stay in my lane and sort of help guide the director to meet their vision. In this case, this is my vision. I wrote it with some help from Kevin Hopper, who was our associate producer. But you know, I as director, it's all on me. It's all on my shoulders, and which is exhilarating, but also all the pressure is there to make sure I don't screw it up. You know, but you know, I still feel that same pressure as a VFX supervisor. Anything that my name is on, I work as hard as I can to make sure, like, when it hits the screen, all the effort's on the screen.
It shows. It shows.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Round of applause for our filmmakers. Thank you guys very much.